All right, guys, welcome to Two Dads and a Comic. I'm Dan Riley.
And I'm Ben Morris.
And we're international.
International!
We have people who listen to us in Belgium.
Yes, and the Netherlands.
And the Russian Federation.
Whatever that is.
I saw that and I was like, what is this?
I hope it's like some kind of underground movement in Russia that uses comics as currency or something.
That would be pretty amazing.
It'd be pretty sweet.
And they listen to us?
I would listen to us. I do listen to us.
You do listen to us. Anyway, this time we're officially on iTunes, and ever since we did that and got our SoundCloud, we can see who's listening where, and it's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Super fun to look at. And
Lots
pretty
of
exciting.
people out there, including my sister. Thanks, sis.
Thanks, Ben, sis.
About goddamn time.
I met her once. But, I blanked. Well, today we're going to talk about Civil War II, the free comic book day one, and then issue 0, Ben's regular one, and my variant edition.
No, my variant edition.
And your cover's pretty cool.
Balls.
It's not variant number 3 cool.
Shut up.
And we have a guest with us who won't say anything because she speaks no words. Her name is Aurora.
Welcome, Aurora.
Hey, Aurora.
With your chubby cheeks.
She's amazed with her hands right now. She's like, what? Dad, leave me alone.
Oh.
All right, we'll leave you. She's an awesome Batman one.
Super cute.
I actually
baby.
posted the picture I showed you with, like, the cape and everything on the Twitter.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm a little sidekick for the day. So, Ben, same question as every episode. How's the family?
They're great. We just had a family reunion.
That's right, you did.
Yesterday, my wife's side of the family. It was good. It was exhausting because I spent about 6 hours chasing Jack around.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Brady's off doing her things with the kids her age. But Jack, he's one of the little guys, so he's a little shy around big crowds.
Of course.
So just kind of put him down and he'll, kind of take off.
Just
and
get
then
away
I've
from
got
the
to go
crowd.
chase him.
Just get a leash.
My father-in-law actually said, we need to get him one of them things like a dog leash.
That's what more like when she starts, like, walking and stuff. We'll just get, like, a leash and put her on, like, a run.
You're going to put your child on a dog run.
Well, she'll get exercise. She'll be outside. She loves it outdoors. My dad always tells me, like, whenever she goes over there, like, he likes to spend a lot of time outside, especially because he smokes and doesn't want to smoke in the same room with the baby, which is
right.
We're very thankful for.
Yeah, responsible.
But he talks about how, like, when she naps inside, like, she's always kicking and moving, but she's like me. I can't stop moving. It's really annoying. But
yes.
But he said whenever she brings her outside, she's as still as can be. So she loves it out there. So put her on a little run line. She'll enjoy herself.
Every time I take Jack outside, he tries to escape.
I was on the phone with you when he was outside, and it sounded like all he was doing was trying to eat dirt.
He did. He got like a handful of dirt. Like, as soon as we got outside, one of the first things he did is went to this like molehill and just got a handful of dirt and put it in his face.
I mean, some people. I got nothing, actually.
Yeah, see?
I got nothing on that one.
Fatherhood.
We're doing good. I officially got married.
Yeah.
Like we talked about last time. It was actually kind of cool. Like, I mean, we didn't actually have like a big wedding. It's sort of like you go to the magistrate. I tell you what, though, I love the fact that we had Aurora with us because it's like a day that I was very happy to have her there for.
Yeah. Became, like a family, like a bonding experience.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And,
fucking beautiful, man.
Fucking gorgeous. But, like, cool things with her is she now, like, stares at her hands. She's discovered them.
That's awesome.
The other day, she confused me because I put her passy in her mouth, and I looked over, and she ripped it out, and it was attached to her thumb. And she sat there looking at it. And I was like, whatever, I just left her, watched TV a little bit, turned back around. It was in her other hand.
See?
And I was like, you don't know how to use your hands together. How did that happen?
Amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And she's, like, cooing a lot and making noises and talking back, and which is really cool to see. Morgan wants her to giggle in the worst way. Like, there's times where I'd probably considered giggle, but Morgan's like, no, I want her to actually giggle.
She'll giggle.
Oh, yeah.
Just wait.
We're getting there with her. But I think that's all I got really have on the family side.
You'll get to that point where you can't wait for her to talk, and then when she starts talking, you can't wait for her to shut up.
I'm okay with this cooing right now. Like, I'm cool with this stage. But, all right, I guess we'll jump off into the news. We got a lot of it. Of course, start off with DC as always,
Mm-hmm.
because we have a structure to our show,
That's right.
and I like to follow it. So Jeff Johns is everywhere the past couple weeks, and rightfully so, because he's
Of course,
awesome.
because he's brilliant.
They've announced that he's to have a much larger role in all DC Extended Universe projects,
Thank God.
which is how it should be. He's always been credited as executive producer,
Mm-hmm.
but the problem with executive producers is you have nothing to do with the movie, essentially. You're just there.
You just have your name on it.
Yeah. So he's going to be bumped down to, I guess, regular producer on everything,
Cool.
which deals with more day-to-day, which
Right.
he, I believe, is a regular producer on, more of, the comics and TV side, which
Mm-hmm.
is doing amazing.
Sure.
Whenever anybody looks at it, yeah, Marvel always does better with the movies,
Mm-hmm.
but the TV side is pretty much on DC. Granted, the Netflix shows for Marvel are really good.
Oh, yeah.
Some of their TV shows, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., isn't horrible.
It's not. It could be better.
Yeah.
I mean,
Agent Carter's not a thing anymore.
no, because
That got canceled.
I mean, it was okay. The thing about Agent Carter, it got kind of boring.
Yeah, that's what
honestly.
I was gonna try to get into it, but I just never even. But the Flash, I talked to you about this last season finale, which I won't say anything because I know John listens to this and he wants to watch it. But they have done stuff in that show I never thought we'd see in any show or movie.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's really well yeah. I'm having such a hard time talking today. It's
Why?
very fresh. I don't know. But anyways, in the comics, I don't know how they stack comic wise on who does better sales. I can say from this last week, DC's had a way better week, which we'll get into that here in the Marvel section. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
The pain is anguish.
So hopefully we start seeing better things from the movies.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
With Jeff Johns having a little more hands-on.
Yeah, I mean he gives everybody what they want, and they've made, I don't want to say so many mistakes Batman Superman because I really enjoyed it, but from the general public's perspective, they've made so they know what to do with, so they can give us something better.
Awesome.
Speaking on the Mom and Dad.
Holy Moses. I need to get this.
Okay, we'll pause. Yeah, I'll just edit that out.
We'll just edit that out.
Or maybe not, I don't know. Maybe we'll
Yeah,
just leave
what
it.
difference does it make? Yeah, my wife called. You know what?
Yeah.
And I'm a good husband because when your wife calls, you answer the phone.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
I know. Oh, speaking of, I asked Morgan the other day if she was going to start listening, because she's downloaded all of them to her phone. I said, you going to listen to them? Or she's like, I really want to. She's like, I just haven't yet. I'm like, all right, cool.
Doesn't she drive?
Yeah, I was going to tell him, well, do it on your commute. Because
Listen on the commute.
especially when after today, she's going to have an hour to work, so.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, back to Jeff Johns. Speaking of him in the comics, they just released Rebirth, which we're going to do our next episode all on Rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
But he, and I hate because I haven't got to read it yet because we don't have the Justice League 50. He put out there a money-back guarantee. So if you do not like Rebirth, mail it back to Warner Brothers with my name on it, and I will mail you a check for the amount of the book and the postage.
Let's mail it back to Warner Brothers with Jeff Johns' name on it.
Yeah.
Not Danny's name.
Yeah, not my name.
How many comics do you know come with that kind of guarantee?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I mean, considering it's the first issue that's $2.99, and it's an 80-page issue. It's not 60 pages.
Because I can think
Extra
of a
20
certain
pages.
Captain America issue that I'd kind of like to get my fucking money back on.
Which we'll get to in a minute.
I'll keep it. God damn it.
It's going to be a pretty big explosion at that point.
Yeah. Just wait for it.
So he's pretty confident in the book. Everywhere I've read, it talks about how amazing it is. That's why I hate that I have it. And not that I can't read it, but I'd want to read Justice League 50 considering what Patrick said about how it does lead into it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about just reading it and being like, well, I'll read Justice League 50, and then I'll be like, oh, these connect. But
Now, and isn't 50 where they, that's where they tell the Joker's real name, right?
yeah, they're still kind of,
Or is that, no, it is 50.
no, it's supposed to be 50. I I've seen online where people have like asked if they've done it, and they gave kind of weird answers. I'm not going to go too far into it, but
weird answers.
We'll see. Like, I'm going to pick it up Friday or Saturday and probably read it as I get it, and then I'll let you get it.
Cool.
I'll
probably just pick it up if he's got any left.
He probably will. They usually have a couple of the Justice Leagues.
Yeah.
And Tuesday night, of course, at Midtown Comics, they did a midnight release for Rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Johns and Zack Snyder. God, I always mix their names up. Scott Snyder.
Zack Snyder was there for no reason.
For no reason. To be like, see, I have something to do with DC.
I guess.
But Jeff Johns and Scott Snyder were actually handing out pizza at the midnight release at Midtown Comics that they just went and bought themselves.
That is so awesome.
You can't have better people. Like, I love those guys. Like, Scott Snyder can do no wrong by me. Jeff Johns can do no wrong by me.
It's hard not to like those guys.
Yeah,
they all the time do stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's like one of the things why I love Scott and Greg Capullo together, because Greg Capullo is like that too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I thought that was fucking awesome. Let's see. All right, so I don't know if I told you about this. There have been rumors about multiple spin-offs for the Suicide Squad movie.
No.
The biggest one first was Harley Quinn, which I know how you feel about it.
I don't know how you can make Harley Quinn interesting on screen for 2 hours without someone else there.
They could probably do it. I mean, okay, so what they're talking about, unofficially, of course, is if it wouldn't necessarily be like a Harley Quinn solo movie, but think of like who she's all worked with. She's worked with Poison Ivy, Batgirl. Mm-hmm. There talks about even doing Birds of Prey, or oh god, I can't remember the other name. It's like Sirens of something. Mm-hmm. But kind of doing like a girl team up movie. Mm-hmm. Which I love the fact that DC, like, of course they already have Wonder Woman coming out, but they are putting out like these women strong movies.
Right.
When I feel like Marvel's been afraid to do it.
Well,
I feel like they could have done a very good Black Widow movie. Because they've built her up with the other ones, which there's talks of now.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they still got, like, Marvel still has that, that whole women of power thing. Like Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, which we'll get into later.
Yeah.
I mean, there's, like, Miss Marvel has been, like, a fixture in the Marvel universe. She's usually had some pretty big parts and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I know in the comics. I'm talking about on, like, the movie side. I mean, the MCU's been building up for 10 years now, and they're just now like, okay, now we're going to get into Miss Marvel, and then, now we want to do a Black Widow, where DC's going to be 2 years in, and we're getting Wonder Woman. And then we're going to get possibly a solo Harley Quinn movie. I feel like it could be done as long as it's done right.
There's a bug on you.
You. Ant. Yeah, that's a free comic. But yeah, apparently there's been a lot of really positive feedback with the early screenings on the movie. And they're not talking about, just Harley Quinn. Like, there's rumors flying for everyone about possible, spin-offs. Definitely there's going to be a sequel.
If you're going to do a Birds of Prey movie just to have Harley Quinn, why not just make a Birds of Prey movie?
Well, I think they're going to use the Suicide Squad to branch off to it.
I don't like Harley Quinn. I don't get it. I don't.
I really want the movie because I know you like the cartoon one.
Oh yeah.
Now I'll admit, like in the comics, like because I got that one Black Book one, and it was just ugh. I liked the character.
That was crap.
I like Harley Quinn, and I read that, and I was like, this is bad.
Yeah.
Like, made me not want the rest of it.
I just feel like they invent shit just to have Harley Quinn. They just make vehicles
like there's a whole like
her.
Harley Quinn like gang now. And
yeah.
Everybody wants to be, and she's a better supporting role. So that's why I think like if they do something with her, they have to like there was her first comic, which goes for a few $100s now. It's with her, Batgirl, and Poison Ivy. You know, some of the episodes of Batman made series. Some of my favorite ones with her was when she was with those two. So if they did something like that, I think it'd be really
And
good.
I don't want to come off as misogynistic or anything.
But girls.
Because, no, I love
I know.
female characters. Some of my favorite superheroes are
Yeah.
female. I just don't understand. What is so interesting about Harley Quinn? I don't like the whole crazy for no reason thing.
Yeah.
There's no point to it.
I can see where you're coming from. I mean, I like her, but I can see where you're coming from with it.
Yeah, I don't care for that.
Like, she works much better beside someone.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if they do a movie, I don't think, unless it's done like, unless they do something crazy like a solo. They say it'll be like a spin-off solo. It won't be a solo film. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
they'll have to throw someone else in there.
I would hope so.
But like I said, yeah, they're definitely gonna do a sequel. I think Suicide Squad's gonna be amazing. I think it's going to be a lot better received than Batman v Superman. I don't know if I'll like it better than Batman v Superman.
Of course it'll be better received because it's got fucking Harley Quinn in it.
I don't think I don't know if like
Dude.
it's because I'm critic wise, maybe fan wise, but I'm talking critic wise. I think it'll be better received.
Maybe.
But I love the trailers.
Yeah, the trailers are pretty cool.
Holy shit, I love. They're just fun.
Mm-hmm. That is fun.
And they don't. Well, they're starting to give away a lot, but they don't give away most of the movie like Batman v Superman. I mean, they kind of did that, and I think Warner Brothers needs to get a lot better about what they put in their trailers.
Hold back a little bit,
Yeah,
DC.
I mean,
just a little.
I think things would have been so much better if they didn't just tell everybody like, "Hey, Doomsday is going to be in here." And, hey,
Check it out. And no, this is actually Doomsday.
Yeah, like
already.
they could have done some stuff better, but anyways, with the whole Jeff Johns going up into a bigger role, the WB producer Charles Roven, apparently his role is going to change, and I believe him and Jeff Johns, I believe, are completely swapping. He's been a producer, and he's going to go to executive producer.
Oh,
that way I don't know if.
So basically, they're telling him go stand over there and shut up.
Pretty much. I don't believe they made any final decisions on it yet, but that's kind of the talk on what's going to happen. Which, I mean, with how Batman v Superman did, I mean, like I said, it wasn't a failure.
No.
Almost hit a bill, didn't quite hit it yet. Civil War beat it in a week.
But beat the shit out of it.
Yeah, but Civil War was really good, and they've had 10 years to build up to it. But, kind of expected some changes with how it was received, but that's supposedly one of them. And the last thing for DC news, we're not big fans of Teen Titans Go on Two Dads in a Comic.
Not particularly.
But they did do something pretty cool. They're celebrating a young fan with a rare disease. He apparently he went in for his Make-A-Wish Foundation, and he loves the show. He's an aspiring voice actor.
Cool.
So they actually brought him into it. His character's name is Wally T. And it's pretty much just him in the show.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome they did that.
I'll give him that. That's awesome.
Yeah, he was flown out to California and everything. He's all taken care of. Yeah, he has Barrett syndrome in addition with renal failure and hearing impairment.
There's not a lot of shows that would do something like that. That's
that
awesome.
was pretty awesome.
That makes me want to watch Teen Titans Go.
You know, funny thing is, I got a couple episodes recording where I actually told you about it, where they cross with Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, yeah. Is that already? I didn't realize that was this soon.
Yeah, it's like on probably right now.
Because Benny loved
Let's stop
Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we're done for the evening.
All right, that's all I got for DC. We're going to Marvel.
Oh, one more thing about DC.
One more thing about
Did
DC.
you watch Preacher?
Yes, I did watch Preacher.
Preacher is fucking amazing.
Preacher was an awesome show. I actually, they did it super weird because they did the premiere after Fear the Walking Dead, and then a week later they did episode 1 again, but then they did Talking Preacher with it, like how they do like Talking Dead and stuff.
Sure.
Well, I don't know how Fear the Walking Dead does ratings wise.
Meh,
So
kinda
like
so-so.
I can see if it was like regular Walking Dead, like premiere Preacher after the season finale of that, because I mean, regular Walking Dead does huge numbers anyway. So yeah, let's put our new show right behind it. But
Fear the Walking Dead probably does pretty well.
yeah, Morgan likes it. I don't know. I've tried. It's slow. I don't think the characters are very likable.
Kind of like The Walking Dead.
See, I like The Walking Dead.
I was so frustrated with The Walking Dead.
Really?
Yeah, because I watched the first season. I mean, I was excited about it. I loved the book.
Yeah.
Read the comics, loved it.
Mm-hmm.
It just, why you need to take so many liberties with something that's basically written to be a TV show anyway?
Yeah. It seems like they're getting back to it with Negan.
Oh, okay.
But I've heard people talk in the past few seasons. It has gotten closer to what the comics actually are.
Good.
But I actually read the comics after. Like, I've read the first 50.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's quite a difference. Like Michonne's character is pretty different overall.
Mm-hmm.
Some crazy shit happened, but I mean the stuff that happened actually between her and the governor, they couldn't put that on TV because she raped him with a spoon.
Yeah.
After like scooping his eye out with it.
He had it coming.
Oh yeah. It was kind of funny to see like they made the governor. He was like 2.5 season long thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where in the comics he was only in like a few issues.
Just a few issues. I don't understand how someone like the governor can only last a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Or
issues.
A couple issues, and have such a long period. What am I trying to say?
Like he affected it.
The
effect he had on the story. Yeah.
The effect he had on the story, and then you take a character like Shane, who was off pretty much fucking immediately.
Yeah.
How does that work out?
I don't know. Shane was a weird character. I mean, they killed him, which I was pretty fucking. I like that they kind of did it, kind of close to how the comic did it, from the show to the comic, the actual killing part, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I remember reading it and thinking that, but I don't remember exactly how the comic death went.
Carl blew his brains out.
I think in
the
comic, though, I think he actually did turn into a walker. Well, no, he did in the show,
Shane?
too. What happened? God, I can't remember. Because I know in the show what happened was him and Rick went out into a field. They fought. Shane was going to try to kill Rick, so Rick killed Shane.
Mm-hmm.
And then Carl walked out of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And Shane got up
Mm-hmm.
and went to... God, it's been so long. I'm trying to remember if Rick actually killed him and he became a walker. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And then Carl killed him. But they just thought that...
I don't remember Shane ever becoming a walker in the comic. I remember Carl blowing his brains out.
God, I can't remember exactly what happened. But anyways...
Because he was about to kill Rick. Anyway.
Yeah, they went pretty close. Anyways, we'll move on from there.
Sorry.
We just killed
but
some time.
Preacher, fucking awesome. Go watch it.
That was really good. I think Morgan passed out during it, so shouldn't really get to watch. It was late and all that fun stuff. But yeah, really good. Watch it. Arseface is in it.
Arseface.
The first episode in the beginning was a bit slow. It's set up.
Yeah, I think they got to set it up.
You just got to kind of have to hang in there with it. And I thought it was interesting enough to not be bored.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, watch that Sundays. AMC.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, so on to Marvel. They have recently announced Marvel Now, which the logo for it was seen on the back of a Daily Bugle promo item. Now, I'm assuming what this is it's similar to Rebirth. They've done it once before, back in 2012 with Avengers vs. X-Men.
Yeah, I don't remember Marvel Now at all.
Like, I don't think it was big as far as, changing continuity or anything like that. It's just adding, back then it just added lines, different storylines, which is what Rebirth is doing.
Okay.
Rebirth's not changing what happened in 52, but they're just bringing other characters back in and giving them stories. So, that'll be interesting to see how they do it.
So is that why Moon Knight is back? I bet he has. I bet that's.
Well, I don't think they're technically have done the Marvel Now yet. We're not there.
Oh,
yeah.
Will we notice? Probably not.
I'm assuming they're going to try to do big like Rebirth was. Just in competing aspects, Rebirth was such a big thing and it did so well I think now Marvel's like, all right, well, now we got to do something to try to get that groove back, or yeah.
Yeah. Well, you fucked up.
On to that. Now, real quick, this is spoilers for the new Captain America Steve Rogers #1. It just came out Wednesday. We're going to go ahead and talk about it. So it's about a week. Well, when this goes out, it'll be a week later. They've actually revealed that Steve Rogers is a Hydra agent.
He's a fucking Hydra agent.
Yes.
Who okayed this?
I don't know.
I want names.
Like, Marvel came out, they said there's no tricks, he's not a clone, he's not from another universe, nothing. It is the Captain America we have known and love, has been a Hydra agent since he was a kid, essentially.
Yeah, basically his whole life he's been part of fucking Hydra. Do they have any idea what the implications are for something like that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like,
Captain America is one of my fucking role models. You know, as a kid, that's what I grew up reading. Captain America and Spider-Man. I lived by what Captain America, truth, justice, American way. And now they're telling me that he's been a bad guy this whole fucking time?
That's what they're going with.
Assholes. How fucking dare you? Are you just trying to get a rise out of people? Is that what you're doing? Is this all for shock value? Well, it sucks. And it's stupid.
Does.
And
I mean, there's got to be a lot of payoff for this.
And it seems kind of cheap, really.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me there's no other story you can tell here with the return of Captain America, Steve Rogers, Captain America? Oh, he's a bad guy.
Yeah, he blatantly kills someone in that episode. One of his partners working with him, he fucking throws out of a plane.
Straight up murders Jack Flag.
Yeah. So we'll see what we'll do with it. A lot of people have been coming out, like, not just regular, because of course everybody's mad, and and I think we kind of talked about, like, we're gonna see what happens.
Look, I did a lot of soul searching with this. Okay, I was really upset about this.
Oh, I remember. I was in the front of our store and heard you gasp from in the back room with the door shut.
I mean, you've got to understand, I've been waiting for Steve Rogers to come back for a while. No, regular old Steve Rogers. And here's the thing. We've weathered some really weird shit with Captain America.
Yes,
okay?
we did.
So, give us some credit here. Why do you got to make the man a Hydra agent?
Yeah,
it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Like, granted, it's just so weird. Like, issue 1.
Yeah, this is the first fucking issue.
I mean, they have to have something. I mean, they've said it's not a clone, it's not this, not that. They got to do something. They can't come out of here and be like, okay, from now on, he's Hydra, he's a bad guy.
See,
they can't do that.
It can't work.
Like,
so what about decades of fighting Hydra and Red Skull? Well, was that just tricks? Is that what that was?
Yeah, that's
a ploy.
And what you were saying the other day, like, who all is in there now?
Yeah.
How deep does it go?
Yeah. Do they? Like I said, I don't think they have any idea what they're implying with this.
Yeah.
Sharon Carter, is she Hydra? Does she know? Is he playing her? I mean, you don't. I'm just so pissed off by this.
Yeah,
like I said,
and for me, it's not as deep. It's not like how Batman is to me. Like, if they'd done something like this with Batman, I'd be fucking furious.
Yeah. Captain America is my Batman.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in the Marvel universe, Captain America is my favorite hero. So I was pretty pissed when I first heard it. I knew you wouldn't like it. I almost ruined it for you because I didn't know if you'd want to buy it. Granted, I'm gonna buy it myself because it's gonna be a one to collect at least.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's something to have. But like I said, I trust Cap, and
we'll see what happens with it.
I'm gonna go on this ride with him because he needs me now more than ever.
A couple writers and stuff came out talking about it.
Did they say I'm sorry?
Well, not the actual writers for it, but Scott Snyder came out and he said, he talks about how he trusts the writer. He's he's done a lot of genius work. He goes, I'll see what comes out. He's like, kind of weird. People are getting so mad about it. I think it's understandable, but I guess in that world, you understand, okay, we got to do these things. Stan Lee came out. He's like, well, that's kind of clever. I never would have thought to do that with Cap. So, But so there's that in the comic book side. Another thing to rant about for a little while. There's a campaign to give the MCU version of Captain America a boyfriend.
A boyfriend?
A boyfriend. This started last week. Go on Twitter and people put whatever they say and hashtag give Cap a boyfriend.
Why? Why?
So the reason why, I mean, besides people wanting, everybody should be represented, which is fine. Give us a new character, who's gay, lesbian, whatever. That's fine. Don't change a character that's been set up a certain way for their whole story, for comics, everything.
Decades.
Yeah. Chris Evans came out and talked about it, and he thought it was kind of weird. He kind of, the way he talked, I think he not took offense, but didn't think he played his role right, because he talked about how he wanted to play his role like he had that affection for Peggy, and that Bucky was very important to him, but it was like a brother. He goes, maybe I didn't come across that way. I thought I did.
I got that.
So did I. I think this actually has him doubting a little bit, which is insane, because he does amazing as Captain America. And of course, one of the head of the LGBT communities backs it. Of course they will. Like I said, I don't care. Like when they make characters different races. And that I even care about less. Like, if you want to take a character and make them a different race, that's fine. You can still go with their typical story. But like where Fantastic Four is like, well, let's make one of them black, one of them white, and they're adopted. Now that's just complicated. Give me a new character.
Yeah, why are you making up shit?
You can bring in a new character in the MCU, and people would be okay with it. And like you don't have to do like, Spider-Man or whoever else. Like, you can give us someone else and have them be gay, lesbian, whichever.
Now, isn't Miles Morales, isn't he homosexual?
Black, yes, he's black.
I know he's black, you moron.
I know.
But isn't he gay? I thought he was gay.
That I don't know much about Miles Morales. Just that in the new universe, both him and Peter Parker go by Spider-Man. It's weird.
Yeah, that's a little odd. But I thought he was gay. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Maybe
I know they came out and
tell me I'm wrong, everybody. Or tell me I'm right. Either way.
Yeah, do it.
Please.
I know they came out and like Iceman's gay now.
Okay.
They did in DC too. They made the original Green Lantern, Alan Scott. They made him gay, which was kind of weird to the story because he has kids, there have been plenty of people who've been gay and had kids, all that stuff. But I actually have recently read in some threads and stuff, there was a storyline where Colossus was gay.
Really?
Yeah. And like, I was reading some comments off of that, and people were like, stop making beloved characters gay. And people were like, no, they did this like a long time ago. Like, it's something that's been in there for a while. I think it's one of those like different universe ones. I don't know if it's, the typical Colossus.
So, with this whole give Cap a boyfriend, are they talking about like cinematic universe? Because in the comics, Cap even talks about how Sharon Carter is the love of his life. And
they're talking about in the movie, like everybody specifically wants Bucky and Captain. Not everybody, but these people specifically want Bucky and Captain America. There's tons of jokes about it online, which the jokes are pretty funny. About how close they are and like how they're secret boyfriends or whatever, just kind of making fun of it. But there's people who really want like Bucky and Captain America like to have a romantic relationship together.
What does that get you? See, that's my whole thing.
I think it breaks the story down because it's all about their brotherhood and how they're willing to go to the ends for each other and family.
So they have to be gay in order to do that?
To these people,
That doesn't make any sense. Speaking of funny jokes, some of the shit about Captain America and the whole Hail Hydra thing. Like the Black Panther picture that you sent me.
It's Black Panther says white power. I thought you'd like that.
That's the best one I've seen yet.
I saw that. I was like, holy shit, I gotta send this to Ben.
Yeah, that's the best one I've seen yet.
And on to some X-Men news, because we just had X-Men Apocalypse come out. Which I've heard, it's one of those where critical review, not so great. Fans enjoying it.
That's usually the way it goes.
It actually beat out Days of Future Past at the Thursday night box office.
Really?
It hit $8.2 million, beating Days of Future Past by $100,000. And looking to win Memorial Day weekend, which it already did. We're on Monday now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's doing really good.
Right.
A movie I won't see in theaters, but I'll watch on, I'll Redbox it.
I'll watch it at some point. Hell,
Yeah.
I haven't seen the other one.
You really need to watch it.
Well, after what you told me, I kind of want to see it, but
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Yep.
Life.
I'll just message her. So the producer of X-Men Apocalypse actually teased them doing a Dark Phoenix story.
That'd be cool.
Yes, it would be.
Okay.
Yes. Moving on.
You're correct. Indeed, it would.
He put out an interview with Entertainment Weekly. Producer Kim Berg said he would want to give the much-loved storyline another shot. And actress Sophie Turner said that the seed of the story has been planted with X-Men Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get into a whole why trailers can ruin a movie. They show her like turning in a TV spot for X-Men Apocalypse. You see her going into like Phoenix mode.
But that's not what the movie's about, is it?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's a very like just short piece where you kind of like see a glimpse of what could happen.
So basically, they showed the stinger, like the end thing.
There is an end scene. They don't typically put that into a movie. I'm assuming like the final battle with Apocalypse, like she goes to use her powers and like something kind of like happens.
Oh, so they showed the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Good job.
I'm assuming like it doesn't. She doesn't go completely Phoenix, but we kind of see a taste of oh shit, like it's definitely there.
I didn't want to pay to see your movie anyway.
Yeah.
If you're just gonna show me the fucking ending.
So that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Some other rumors that have been out is that there will be a Blade, Ghost Rider, and Moon Knight Netflix series. Ghost Rider would be kind of weird.
Not weird, but really kind of like effects heavy.
Yeah, I don't know. Like he seemed like a very dated character.
Oh, have you ever read Ghost Rider?
No.
It's got some really cool, like twisted shit in it.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he battles demons.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, as long as they went with more of like
I watched the Nick Cage one.
Yeah, that don't count. The problem with those movies
Is Nick Cage?
is they tried to make it into an action movie. Okay,
Yeah.
if they had tried to turn them into like horror movies, it
Think that'd work
probably
better?
would have been a lot better.
With Nick Cage.
With Nick Cage is a horror movie.
I hope Nick Cage comes back if they do a Ghost Rider
Oh my
TV
God.
series. He needs work. What's the last thing that man did?
Nick Cage. He did like some direct-to-DVD thing about Jesus, I think.
I just seen actually something. I didn't put it in for the news. I shouldn't have. But apparently, like they're working on another National Treasure, and like he talks about they're actually like fact checking and stuff with it.
Fact-checking a National Treasure movie.
So apparently, we're gonna get a National Treasure movie.
How much fact-checking could you possibly do for one of those movies? Founding Fathers rode on giant eagles.
Oh my God! Apparently, a lady called the police on Morgan.
What?
Yeah, like she's just now leaving work, and she was gonna tell me about a crazy lady that called the police on her.
Is she in handcuffs?
No.
Oh. Wait a minute. What? Does she say why?
Nah, she probably wants to talk about it.
Oh.
We'll have her come in and talk about it on the
Absolutely. Get her a headset. Where's the other headset?
mic. I don't have another headset.
Well, she'll use mine.
We'll put both our mics up there. Be like, tell us about it.
Awesome. Is she on her way?
Yeah, she's just now leaving.
All right. We have a special guest on their way.
On their way to talk about a crazy lady. So yeah, I don't know much about Moon Knight. I've been told he's kind of the Batman for Marvel.
He's like a magic Batman.
Magic Batman? Okay.
Yeah. He was risen from the dead by, something.
Ashton
Like
Kutcher.
Yeah, Ashton Kutcher. That's it.
Okay.
Ashton Kutcher rose him from the dead and then punked him.
And then punked
And it
him.
pissed him right off.
Let's get another punked show.
God, I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, it's like the god of the Egyptian god of vengeance or something like that. And
Sounds like Ghost Rider.
Yeah, well, more or less. It imbues him with these powers, and he ends up getting a bunch of fucking gadgets and shit. But yeah, it's Magic Batman.
Okay, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
And actually, there's rumors that if they do a Blade show, it's actually going to be on his daughter, not him.
Blade?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
I just show in the comics like he got his hand chopped off for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that came out. Movie CreedLive.com sources said that the current Netflix series are paving the way for more Marvel properties, and that those three can be some of them. I kind of don't want it to be a Blade movie or show because I feel like that would kill the chances for a Blade movie with Wes Snipes, which Wesley Snipes just recently came out and told him that
prison.
the ball for that is in Marvel's court, which
I would watch another Blade movie.
5-6 months ago, like he was meeting with Marvel to talk about. They haven't come out and said what. You kind of can only assume that Blade. But if you look at it, Blade was like the superhero movies when they weren't doing superhero movies.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I went and saw every single one of those movies. I would go see another one.
The one that people didn't like the most was the third one, and I thought the third one was fine. I really enjoyed it.
I thought the third one was pretty cool.
With Deadpool and Heatwave. By the way, I finished Legends of Tomorrow last night.
And?
It gets better. It definitely gets better. Like, it's very intriguing at the end.
Well, I guess I'll have to jump back into it then.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things you still kind of have to
like,
bear with.
Why? Kind of that kind of vibe.
But it was another aspect of DC beating Marvel at something, like putting something on screen.
That's cool.
But
there was a lot of stuff in that show that I was like, what, why? Why did you just do that instead of this, you know?
Yeah, which, the part that we talked about where they could have, like, just captured him and taken him back to the ship, they finally do that at one point. And you're like, this is what you should have done, 7 episodes ago.
We could have had this sewed up in 4 episodes.
Yeah. I think that was another problem. I think it was just a little too long. They probably could have cut a few episodes out. Kind of quickened it up. But it gets kind of crazy. But that's it for Marvel. Then we'll kind of go into our random news. I got one thing on there I don't want to show you.
Okay.
I just put it on there like an hour ago. So we got a teaser of Beauty and the Beast.
Which is pretty cool.
Which is awesome. It actually broke the Star Wars trailer for views record.
It's a tale as old as time.
It is. You can be their guest.
We're stupid.
You're stupid. Done with this. 24 hours, it hit 91.8 million views.
For a teaser.
That's
crazy.
Where the Star Wars was at 88 million for 24 hours.
Good.
So it destroyed them.
What the hell?
By several. Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, man.
With Emma Watson.
Amazing. Emma Watson.
Can't wait to see how they do Beast. It's got to be good. Like V said, they got to do them right.
Dude, it's Disney money.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
There. They've also come out and said that they're considering a live-action Little Mermaid, which they're in talks of doing a bunch of live-action stuff, which I'm okay with. Like, some people are like, they're not doing anything original. I'm okay with this. Like Jungle Book, holy fuck, that movie was awesome. Which is one of the reasons, along with the popular teaser of Beauty and the Beast, is why they went into it. The production chiefs at Disney were given a new pitch on the property that they loved, have talked with producers about moving forward on. So,
well, their live action rehashes do really well.
Now that one, it's gonna be interesting to see how they do, because at least a quarter of the movie is underwater.
Well, yeah. Well, Finding Nemo. They can just paint that shit
CG,
over.
CG, though. That's all. It's not live action.
It's still going to have a lot of heavy CG in it.
Oh, well, definitely. I'm just saying
I think they'll do okay.
Recently, I don't think we've ever seen a movie take place that much underwater, where they have to talk and stuff.
Yeah, I still think that.
We're probably a few years away from it. So.
True, but if you think with Frozen, they had to build a whole new engine for snow. So
that movie's so goddamn
I think
good.
there's some amazing things with The Little Mermaid.
John Carpenter is to executive produce a new Halloween movie.
Hooray!
It's pretty awesome.
That is
I don't have any more details on that because the website wouldn't load up. But
bitch-ass interweb.
Bitch-ass fuckers. Which I will say, comicbook.com, their website, yeah, she's clocked out.
Oh.
Their website's gotten a lot better than what it was. Especially the mobile site anyways.
Hmm.
That'll be interesting to see. I mean, he always did great with Halloween movies, so we'll see that kind of come back to its older days, hopefully.
Love the Halloween movies. Well, 2 of them.
A couple of them. We talked about this one a little bit. A police officer gave his old Pokemon collection to a kid whose collection was stolen.
That's awesome. And who fucking steals Pokemon cards?
Apparently what happened was the 9-year-old's cards were ripped out of his hands when he was walking to a friend's house with his collection.
Mm-hmm.
The collection was retrieved from a boy who stole them, and they realized there was actually a bunch of the cards missing. So the officer went home after a shift to get his own collection and give them to the kid.
Wow.
And they talked to the officer, and he talked about how the cards he had were the original cards. Yeah, he talked about how much he collected them as a kid, and he knew if someone took them, how heartbroken he would have been.
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted to help this kid.
Go get that officer a medal.
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
A gym badge.
Yes, even better.
But so another kid?
It was another kid.
Okay.
And they wound up getting them.
Hopefully it wasn't a grown man.
A 40-year-old man. Give me them cards.
Give me that.
Got any Mewtwo's in here? Holographic Charizards.
EX Blaziken. Score.
I mean, we had, $150 worth of cards taken from us.
That's true.
From a full-grown man.
Bastards.
Yeah. Still in the same path of that kind of helping people out. Konami helped fund an amputee's Metal Gear Solid Snake 5 bionic arm.
See, that's awesome. Here's the thing. Konami sucks.
Yeah, I hate Konami.
Yeah, but this is the most awesome thing I've ever heard of a developer doing.
That's why I saw that, and it was one of those, that's awesome. I hate it to them because I have so much hate for them, but it's cool that they did it. The kid is, I don't want to say kid, I think he's 20s. But it's James Young. He won a PR contest from Konami to help fund his Metal Gear Solid prosthetic.
Mm-hmm.
It was roughly about $100,000. Had Bluetooth in it with a smartwatch on the wrist built in. It lit up. Probably changes the colors.
Probably.
A USB charger, and had a mini drone in the shoulder with a one-handed controller.
His arm is worth more than anything I've ever owned altogether.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. $100,000. I mean, that's cool that they did it.
How did he lost his arm? And it was a train accident?
A train accident. His arm and his leg.
God damn. Can you imagine getting your arm and leg taken from you, getting hit by a train?
And then being super happy later on down the line that it happened because now you have a Metal Gear Solid Snake arm.
Yeah, because now you have the fucking...
Yeah, and apparently he's talked about, doing some upgrades to where it's more integrated into his, nerve system. Mm-hmm. To where he can control it a lot more, so that's kind of cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Konami helps with that, because I'm sure those fucking surgeries aren't very cheap.
This is the beginning of Skynet.
Oh my god, it's happening. All right, so into a little bit of Ghostbusters news of the new movie.
Okay.
We trust Dan Aykroyd, right?
Absolutely.
He went and seen it.
What'd he say?
It's fucking awesome.
Shut up.
He says it has more laughs and more scares than any of the originals.
Well, he is getting pretty up there in age. I don't.
And I had someone come in the other day, and they're talking about how crappy it was going to be because even Bill Murray didn't want to be in it. Hey, Bill Murray's in it.
What?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's not.
Dan Aykroyd when he talked about it, he said, yes, Bill Murray is in it. And Bill Murray came out and said he would refuse to be in another Ghostbusters movie unless it was really good.
Huh.
I think everybody's going to be pleasantly surprised by this.
Awesome. I was hoping that it was good. Because I love everyone in it.
Yeah, it has enough people that I love in it to go and watch.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew I was going to go see it. I'm not so low on it as most people are.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not either.
Yeah, you're... Because the first trailer was rough. It was. Well, just as a trailer itself, it wasn't great. Now, the international trailer we watched was a lot better. Mm-hmm. And some of the newer stuff are a lot better. Mm-hmm. I think it's really dumb that people are so mad that it's a set of women. Because it's not a reboot. They're not saying like those ones didn't happen. This is your new one. No, this is in line. Like,
yeah, no, that's fucking ignorant. Is what that is.
Like, the way I look at it is, men have had so many stories based on these strong characters and all this. Like, why can't girls have that too? You have a little girl. Mm-hmm. I'd love for my little girl to look up at the Ghostbusters and be like, I would love to do that.
Yeah,
I can relate. I'm a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And girls don't have that a bunch. Mm-hmm. More now than they used to, but fuck it. They're doing a whole universe. You're telling me there's not going to be one girl who wants to be a Ghostbuster?
To those people, I say, did you watch the new Star Wars?
Yeah, that was great.
Do you have a problem with her? I mean,
probably not.
What is your fucking problem?
Yeah. But, so, I can't wait to see it. I'm even more excited that Dan Aykroyd gave his, like, personal stamp on it.
That's awesome. I love Dan Aykroyd. Him with his giant, wide, flat ass.
I know. You know, I was kind of, like, thinking, like, you think he would be in it, too? Maybe just, like, a little part.
Kind of a shot, you know, like, one of them's dad or something.
Yeah, just, like, a little thing at the end.
Is that what Bill Murray's doing? I bet he's, like, someone's uncle or
let's
something.
Hope so. But
or
I think Dan Aykroyd
or Slimer.
He is Slimer. I think that's one of the things that he said a while back, that the only way he'd come back to one of the movies is if he was like a ghost in it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be. Mm-hmm. Did Dan Aykroyd like help write this one or something?
No.
I thought he was like help working on one.
Nope. He might be working on the other one that they're doing.
The all male one.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting to see.
Indeed.
Well, that's it for the news. Do we have a entertainment corner or entertainment education corner this week?
Sexy education corner?
Yeah.
Yes. After the break.
After the break. We'll be back, guys.
Get ready.
All right, guys, and we are back from our break.
Hi, everybody.
We just talked to my fiance about crazy people.
Yeah. Apparently she's not going to tell the story on the air.
Yeah, she don't want to.
Yeah, damn it. Because it's a good one.
Okay.
Stories about crazy people. I love stories about crazy people.
Yeah.
Especially over arbitrary things. Like $2 in change.
She didn't even know how much it was. She could have handed her $100 and she'd have been like, you didn't give me enough back.
I don't want that money.
Maybe she gave her too much.
And that's,
maybe, because I think she kept saying that the lady was saying, this isn't right. Maybe it was only like $3 instead of $4.
So that lady's being overly honest? Even
Maybe.
Aggressively honest? What a fucking crazy person. All right, guys.
So I guess we'll go to Education Corner.
It's time for Ben's Sexy Education Corner. And today we're going to talk about a pretty important character in Marvel Universe, especially considering we got Civil War coming up.
Yeah.
Or has already started, actually. Is Carol Danvers, better known now as Captain Marvel. And Carol Danvers, he was created by Roy Thomas and artist Gene Colan. Major Carol Danvers first appeared as a member of the Air Force way back in 1968. And debuted as the first incarnation of Ms. Marvel back in 1977 after a fusion of alien Kree and human genes, which gave her superhuman powers, which occurred in Captain Marvel number 18 in good old 1969. So she debuted during Silver Age comics, which is where a lot of important... Oh my... She's not a Miss Marvel fan. Oh, Tootie Butt. Oh, my goodness. I guess I'll keep going. Okay, I'm going to keep going since he's got to take care of the little one because she is unhappy. The character has had several monikers throughout the years. She's been known as Binary, which appeared in Uncanny X-Men back in the early 80s, where she was this really kind of odd not really mutant character, but she was like imbued with the pseudo filthy power known as the White Hole. Yeah, White Hole. How about that one? Yeah, grody. Let's see. She had several encounters with the X-Men, New Mutants, the British team Excalibur, and tries to do some kind of hinky things with the X-Men, like wipe the government's files on them and so on and so forth. Becomes Miss Marvel. As Miss Marvel, she was captured by the Brood on Monster Island, where she found the Brood Queen. After a rather intense battle, she was temporarily cut off from her powers and had to fight the Brood Queen as Carol Danvers, and was apparently stripped of her civilian clothing, which I don't know if she was just naked or what, but then drifted through space until she was able to access her powers again. She played a pretty significant role in Secret Invasion, which had the nefarious Skrulls, the shape-shifting Skrulls, and ends up befriending the Skrull imposter who was actually a Captain Marvel at one time. The thing about Captain Marvel is it's kind of like a mantle that's been passed between about half a dozen characters, the newest of which being Kamala Khan, who is the new Miss Marvel, after Carol becomes the new Captain Marvel. The reason I want to talk about Captain Marvel is because she's kind of a prominent figure in Civil War II, where she was fighting with Iron Man for the Pro-Registration Act. In Civil War II, she's actually fighting against Tony Stark and several other characters that she fought with in the first Civil War. And pretty compelling character. She has she's currently in a relationship with Rhodey, War Machine, and that's not the first hero that she's had relations with, I should say. She also had a relationship with Wonder Man at one point back during Secret Wars. She's worked with several prominent figures in the Marvel Universe, like Spider-Man, who she actually kind of ends up having feelings for a little bit. But now currently she resides at the Triskelion, which is the headquarters of the Ultimates, and she is the leader of both Alpha Flight, A-Force, also the Ultimates. She was the captain of New Avengers for a while, Mighty Avengers. Been a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. for many years. I mean, it's just a large part of the universe. But just wanted to give you a little backstory on that before we get into Civil War. Compelling character. Look into some of her stuff. I mean, if you want to continue your education on Miss Marvel, there are several anthologies that you can get. Like the Essential Miss Marvel, came out in February 2007. Civil War, there's a volume 2 of Civil War. House of M, there was some crazy shit with her and Scarlet Witch during House of M. But yeah, that's about it. And I think we're going to dive into Civil War 2 here in just a second, as soon as Pops in there gets Tootie Butt calmed down. So we'll be back in just a moment.
So that was Education Corner.
Yay! Education Corner. Sorry, it's flying solo.
Yeah, I unfortunately missed it, but
trying to keep it kind of short and sweet since he was having to deal with a crazy baby.
She lost her mind, my God. So one thing I did catch, she's like back from 1969?
Oh yeah, she's been around a long time, man.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, it's Miss Marvel.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
She was kind of like the first girl power kind of character, because in some of her early issues, she was fighting for equal pay
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was,
We know people who wouldn't agree with that.
Yeah, idiots.
Morons.
But yeah, she is, I think she is as important to Marvel as Wonder Woman is to DC.
Nice.
I mean, she's girl power,
And it seems like she'll be the first girl to get her solo film on Marvel's side.
Yep.
But that's the only one that is planned, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
they actually changed it
now with Black
from
Widow.
Miss Marvel to Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's pretty cool.
I think it'll be really cool. She's got some really cool superpowers, and
yeah, I liked her in the issue 0. She's pretty nice to read. I can't wait to see her in action and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So alright, guys. So now we know about you guys, not me. I'll know about her when I listen to this. Now that we're from there, we're going to go into the, I don't know if you'd call it any kind of issue, but it's the Free Comic Book Day, Civil War. We were actually talking earlier, we don't know if necessarily it's setting up stuff, or it's just there, where it comes into the story. Mm-hmm. But we decided just, for the hell of it, since we had it first, we'll go over it first.
Does this give a window into a certain area of Civil War?
Yeah.
Civil War 2, I should say.
Maybe throughout the comic when we read it, you'll fall into bits and pieces of places.
Mm-hmm.
So we start off, we see all old War Machine, Roy Rhodes coming into Captain Marvel and Black Panther. And there's some banter back and forth. We realize that there has been a relationship between the two. Which, before we kind of go full into this, I know they've been setting up stuff. It seems like Marvel's a little bit better with having all their stories tie into Avengers stuff, so there's not with the New 52, you had a Batman line that didn't interfere with the Justice League line,
right?
Where I believe Marvel's opposite.
Mm-hmm.
So before we go into all this, realize we haven't read much. I haven't read any really of the Marvel stuff, so. For me, right now, seeing Captain Marvel and Roy Rhodes together, that's new to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's new to you, or if you've seen it, but
kind of new.
So just kind of that little heads up. At least me, I haven't read much of prior to this.
She's dated a few superheroes, which you'll hear about when you listen to Sexy Education Corner.
Ooh, awesome! Mm-hmm. But so they kind of have back and forth, and they talk about how they're together, and he's just there to kind of see her, and. He asked him who you're waiting on, or if they're not waiting on him, and she said, "Oh, you'll see in a minute." And we get then humans pop up.
Boom.
And essentially, we figure out that they're there to kind of research this one character, Ulysses Power. It seems like he has visions of the future, and they want to understand them, make sure that they're credible, and make sure it kind of works out for them. And they're all down for it.
That he can actually be a viable resource.
Yeah. And we kind of go from there to
what happened?
I don't know. Stuff and things. I'll check that out. We find out that they're at Project Pegasus, Mount Athena, New York. And it looks like a science lab. And all of a sudden we get a Gorgoon, and Thanos shows up
in crazy fashion with a massive fucking gun.
Several, I think those are 2 guns on his back. So
the mad.
Then Titan. We figure out this is a setup, and they jump Thanos. And we have Miss America, Medusa, Spectrum, Crystal, She-Hulk, Captain Marvel, the Human Torch, Black Panther, Blue Marvel, and the Dazzler.
The Dazzler.
And they go to attack, and the cool thing about it is it's... hold on one second. So once they kind of jump him, we go to find out that they actually have a very strategic plan. And kind of everybody takes their turn. We have... let's see, what's his name?
Well,
what's his name? The Human Torch.
Why does Thanos even show? I mean, it says something about the entire project is clear. All items of power, quote unquote, have been evacuated.
Well, he talks about he's there for the cosmic cube. that they have.
Gotcha.
Which they probably try to use for bait a little bit. But the Human Torch hits him, pretty much talks about how he has to be super careful, not to burn people, but, he can kind of, with cosmic asshats like you around, he doesn't have to. So
Cosmic
he hits him,
Asshat.
and then...
It's a band name.
It is a band
Cosmic
name.
Asshats.
Really? That's fantastic. He talks about, like, he was there to get the Cosmic Cube, and it's his, and all this stuff, and then he gets tackled by She-Hulk from behind.
Yeah.
And she kind of beats on him a little bit, and then... Let's see, I keep having to go back to see who's who. I guess Crystal, tells She-Hulk, Jennifer, my turn, so she attacks him. And then her and Dazzler...
Yeah, Captain Marvel and
Are-
Dazzler.
Is that Captain Marvel, or is that...
Yeah, it's Captain Marvel.
Is it? Oh, I thought that was Crystal.
Mm-mm. No, it's Captain Marvel.
I think that is Crystal. Because look at the
Well,
hair.
that is, but this is Captain Marvel. See the...
Okay, yeah. That's
Yeah.
your... Okay, yeah, because Crystal has black and yellow.
Don't fuck with me about Captain Marvel,
Whoa.
son.
I didn't realize his shoulder.
You're
But,
in my hood now.
But they call Rhodey in, and Rhodey kind of like, surprise attack on the surprise attack.
Boom.
And they kind of yell to fall back, and then Medusa starts tying him up with her hair, which I guess is her power.
Her lame-ass hair power.
Apparently it works.
Medusa.
Well, and then, God, Miss America yells at Medusa to back off, and she doesn't do it soon enough, so Thanos throws her into old War Machine. And one of his rockets gets launched into She-Hulk's chest.
Like a misfire.
Yes. And, of course, War Machine reacts to it, and that gives Thanos just enough time to jump up and slug War Machine in his stomach to the point where it breaks the back of the suit.
He fucks War Machine
Yes,
right
he
up.
does. And, of course, being that Captain Marvel and War Machine have a relationship, Captain Marvel's going to react to it.
Rhodey! But this particular page right here, where Thanos busts the shit out of War Machine, that's one of the most violent things I've ever seen in a comic.
That's insane.
That's
like,
nasty.
it's just the amount of energy to break the back of the suit.
Yeah, and it buckles his ass in half.
Yeah.
Crazy. But go on.
And, then Thanos kind of has that plan and, give me my cube, and they all attack him some more, and then Captain Marvel gives him a pretty nice fucking uppercut.
Mm-hmm.
And, assume this knocks him out, because it kind of gives everybody a chance to kind of gather the injured. Of course, Captain Marvel goes for War Machine, and they call for emergency medical backup from S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm. And She-Hulk
Yes.
is barely breathing.
Yes.
So this is big.
And then that's it for the Civil War for the Free Comic Book Day.
And this is why I love Captain Marvel. She knocks the shit out of Thanos, and it knocks him out. Not just anyone can knock Thanos the fuck out.
No, most people can't.
It's awesome.
So that goes into something else in the comic, but we're not going to talk on that right now.
Yeah, it's Wasp from All New, All Different Avengers, which is kind of crazy. But anyway.
So we're going to go into Civil War issue 0.
Issue 0.
And Ben, I'll let you take over.
This is the meat of it. All right, we have the players: Captain Marvel, War Machine, She-Hulk, and the Inhumans. Which, for those of you who don't know, the Inhumans are these special people who develop these crazy abilities when they're exposed to something called Terrigen mists. They basically activate this innate DNA from ancient alien experiments. Really kind of weird, but some really cool shit can happen to you if you have the ability to be mutated. Okay, so first we start out with a shaving cream ad with Luke Cage.
Completely threw me off, because
That's
if you
how
don't
you
look
start
closely,
out.
it just looks like a regular comic.
You're like, what the hell's going on? It's for magic shaving cream. That's what all big black superheroes use, apparently.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. New York City courtroom. Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk. She's defending a man. And for those of you who don't know, She-Hulk is a lawyer That's her profession. Anyway, her client, Jonathan Powers, defending him. They're saying he's guilty for basically being a bad guy in the past.
Mm-hmm. And talking about it.
Yeah, and talking about it. He was basically just reliving glory days.
Yeah, which he was the jester.
Yeah, he was the jester.
I did not know that. I Wikipedia'd it as I was going through.
Yeah, he's like a B-team kind of villain.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
Yeah, kind of a poor man's Joker, or and he had like some toy man kind of shit going on. It was not that important.
Nice.
But anyway, she's trying to keep the man from basically having to go back to prison just for talking about what he used to be. And she goes into how can you condemn this man for talking? See, she even says, talk about the good old days, and basically talk about what he would do differently. Says he doesn't have his costume anymore. He did not plan a heist, a kidnapping, or a murder. He was just talking. And basically what it boils down to is this is a case for free speech.
Mm-hmm.
Just because a dude was bad a long time ago doesn't mean he's bad now just because he's talking about some bad shit.
Yeah, she even goes into the whole, you don't have to like his client, and that she doesn't even like him.
She doesn't even like this client. But
you can't put him away for just thinking.
Yeah, you can't put him away for thinking and for talking. That's
not even like planning anything.
Yeah, there's no action carried out. Anyway, from there we cut to Latveria, home of Dr. Doom. Rhodey is in Latveria trying to quell what I'm guessing is an uprising or insurgents.
Some type of civil war.
Possibly. I'm getting to it. God damn it.
I didn't even think about that. It's
fucking rush me.
Sorry.
They're all pointing guns at him. He says, look, clearly those pea shooters aren't going to do anything to me. Drop your weapons. This is your last warning. He quells this uprising. And we see him in a boardroom, in the Situation Room at the White House, talking to the president. And the president basically offers him the secretary, basically tells him, I'm going to give you the Secretary of Defense job so that one day you can have my job.
Because, just pretty smart.
Yeah, I think you'd be the best man for the job. You've served this country, you've served the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He gets into, eventually one of the heroes is going to take the house, which is, not take forcefully, but,
Yeah, eventually a superhero is going to run for president, and I'd kind of like for it to be you.
Yeah, and it makes sense because Rory has, obviously a lot of military background, and he knows kind of how the things work. It's better than, Tony. Like he says, Tony Stark would probably buy his way in.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than Tony being president.
Yeah, he would much rather it be Rhodey than Tony, which you can't say that blame him.
No, not at all. Rhodey has the experience. He knows how it works. He knows how it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And Tony, not so much.
No, I've always, Rhodey's a little more compassionate, even though he is called War Machine. Ironically, he's a little more, got a little more of a human element to him.
A little more diplomatic.
A little diplomatic. It's a good word.
Thank you.
You've been using that word today, calendar.
Yeah, I learned that one today.
Proud of you.
I was very diplomatic when I saw it. You're just supposed to use it everywhere, right?
I had a diplomatic sandwich.
I ate it and I was like, that was very diplomatic.
All right, from there, we go to Ohio State University.
It says right there. I'm stupid.
School.
I didn't go to school, so I don't know.
And it looks like we're on the quad or something, some kind of yard or something. And anyway,
where the hippies go to hang out.
Yeah, where all them damn hipsters go to talk about the Backstreet Boys and such. I don't know what kids do.
Sucking robot dick, a.k.a. vaping.
Suck that robot dick. And we see this sheepish little fella walking up to a girl, trying to muster up the nerve to ask her out. Apparently a bunch of people are gathered here staring at the Terrigen Mists, which, as I said, are what turn Inhumans into Inhumans. This is the stuff that opens up your innate DNA crazy abilities because of ancient aliens.
They did that in season 2 of
Blur. Agents of
Agents
S.H.I.E.L.D.?
of S.H.I.E.L.D., yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's all about this. This is the thing. Well, anyway, they see the cloud coming. They're watching it coming. Little guy talking to this girl. Here comes the mist. They feel it envelop them. And you see the boy just exclaim something, probably fuck or something.
At money sign at.
Yeah, at money sign, dollar sign, what? Girl, do you feel it? I feel. And he exclaims,
quite like you just made it sound. Do you feel it?
I can imagine Terrigen Mist having kind of a sexual effect.
An erotic.
Erotically charged. Well, anyway, the mist pass over. Pretty much everyone is okay, except for there are 2 cocoons in the middle of the yard now. And girls exclaim, Michelle, who we found out was the girl, and we don't know who the other one is.
I mean, we know.
Yeah, I mean, we know.
But they don't.
They don't know.
Poor guy.
So, just 2 cocoons sitting there. Move on to the Triskelion, which is headquarters of the Ultimates. Captain Marvel, basically just doing her rundown for the day. Alpha Flight call in. No disasters reported. They intercepted the alien invasion, which they assume that the Terrigen Mist is an alien invasion. But, well, wait, no. Bad. Back up. Did they accept the alien invasion? Yes, there actually was an alien invasion, and it wasn't so much an invasion as a handful of partying Shi'ar drunk off their Shi'ar asses looking for some, and I quote, primitive love.
I kind of like that, because usually anytime like aliens come, like, it's an invasion or something.
No.
And they're just like, no, they're just partying.
Yeah, it was just looking for a booty call.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Come on down to get some primitive ass.
Some primitive butt.
Oh, wow. She had first anything from A-Force, which she's also a leader, a commanding member of, or like the commanding officer of A-Force, which is like all-female Avengers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she's also the leader of Alpha Flight, which is
She
like...
seems like she's like the leader of almost everything.
A lot
here.
of things. Ultimates, A-Force, Alpha Flight, which is Canadian Avengers.
Okay.
Basically. Moving on. Ma'am, you have a visitor in the communications room, she hears over the loudspeaker. It turns out the visitor is Doc Samson. Basically come to check up on her. Starts asking her questions. How are you? Just regular, casual talk kind of stuff. And he says, so I'm hearing about the mission that the Ultimates are on to proactively stop disasters before they happen. And she says, yeah, and starts to tell this story about how her cousin has a couple of kids. She's a really good mom, and she was telling her how every day they almost accidentally kill each other. Every day. She turns her head for just a second. One of them's trying to stab the other with a pair of scissors, pretending it was a sword. Turns her head again, and one of them jumps on the other and throws them both off the bed. And basically Captain Marvel is relating this into the world as a whole.
In their place.
Yeah, we're basically all a bunch of kids almost killing one another all the time.
And like the Ultimates and everybody, they're like the mom who have to like barely save everything.
Barely save everything. Yeah. And her whole thing is she thought, what if we at least try to stop these disasters before they, come crashing down? And Doc Samson, that sounds noble. Captain Marvel, it's like fighting the weather. Fighting the weather. Ask her if she's got a balance in life. And then she determines, she's like, wait a minute. Doc Samson is Dr. Samsoning her.
You're therapizing her.
Yeah, he's therapizing her. He's psychoanalyzing her because that's what Doc Samson is. Besides being a superhero, he's a shrink. All right. Talks about how she has the illusion of control and how it will eat her alive. Because that's really all control is an illusion.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And she says, with all that they've seen and experienced, she just wishes there was one thing that could help. And Doc Samson says, well, you are that one thing. And Captain Marvel's whole thing is, well, what if the day comes where we're not enough?
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. We move to the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier. Jennifer Walters jumps in, She-Hulk.
I just realized, like, she literally jumps. Like, I was looking at that, I was like, why did she just jump in there? And I was like, oh, she, like, was on the ground and jumped up to the plane.
Yeah, she does, one of those Hulk-powered
jumps,
locomotion jumps, man. She's She-Hulk. She's fucking awesome.
I'm gonna read into her just because I'm intrigued the fact that, like, she's also a Hulk, but, like, she just gets bigger and stronger. She doesn't, like, turn into something else. You know what I mean? Like, her mind's still there.
Yeah, she's still with it.
Yeah.
Like, if you saw it, like, in the courtroom, she's green.
Yeah, she still has, like... Now, is she always green?
Yeah, she doesn't turn back and forth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's just She-Hulk all the time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Comes up on Director Hill on the helicarrier, asking her about the whole Jester thing because she lost the case. They put the poor guy back in jail. Yeah, basically out of fear.
Yeah.
He's talking about bad shit. We better put him back in jail.
Put him. He's going to do it again.
Fuckers. That's what I say to that.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
What are you afraid of? Well, here's the thing. It turns out that Jester is dead.
Mm-hmm.
He's not just in jail. He's been murdered.
Yeah, and she talked about she had plans to
keep
trying to get him out.
Yeah, to appeal his case, which that's how she is. She's noble like that. She doesn't even like the dude.
Yeah,
but
she
has
rights.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She has rights. Director Hill reminds her that he was a repeat offender. Jennifer Walters says he wasn't this time. Director Hill says he would have done it again. They always do.
She's very much on that, like, he deserved to go to jail, even though he didn't do anything.
So, of course, S.H.I.E.L.D., they're kind of,
Yeah.
They're the fun killers of the Marvel Universe.
Pretty much.
They're the angry dad. Or like the overprotective parent.
Yeah, funny thing is, you've seen Winter Soldier, right?
Oh, yeah.
That whole beginning part where Captain Marvel's, like, talking about, like, take care of threats before it happens. That's, like, the whole premise in Winter Soldier is S.H.I.E.L.D. is creating these ships that are just going to, like, fucking see who would be a possible threat and kill them.
Yeah. Preemptive strike
Yeah.
on bad shit before it happens, which is never a good idea.
No.
Yeah. You're talking about Minority Report.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Okay. We go back to Ohio State campus. And the cocoons open. One of them, a man, comes out, a million questions because the press is there. Everyone's gathered around these things. What's your name? Are you Inhuman? How do you feel? Could you talk to Michelle, who's the girl in the cocoon? How do you feel? Are you different? Tell me your name. Do you feel different? And, oh my God, it's happening again. The other cocoon bursts open. Apparently Michelle has turned into a fucking demon.
Yeah.
So, that Terrigen Mist did some bad.
She got the rough end.
Yeah, it did a bad number on Michelle.
Which I don't know if we said before, but this kid who's been going through this is Ulysses.
Yeah,
from the comic we just read.
Yeah, this is Ulysses from Civil War Free Comic Book Day version. He sees Michelle coming. We just see his eyes turn, bright flash of light, and then he awakens. Looking around, rubble, fires, destruction. You see him exclaim, "What is this? What's happening to me?" In splash page, apparently he blew up the entire fucking city.
Yeah.
That's what's implied anyway.
Yeah.
So, like in the first Civil War, what the whole thing behind Civil War was this bunch of B-team superheroes were chasing a bunch of B-team villains and ended up blowing up a school. Okay?
Okay.
They blew up a bunch of children, basically. So, now we're looking at not just taking out, which is tragic. They took out a school.
Yeah.
He just took out an entire population of a city. So, they probably want to get a handle on what the hell this guy is capable of.
Well, see, what I what I took away from this, I didn't think it, which now that you said it makes sense, but I didn't initially look at that as him causing this explosion. We know from the Free Comic Book Day that he has powers to see the future.
Precognition?
Yeah, so I took this as with the reds in his eyes,
oh, he saw, so he sees
so
this.
he's in the future, kind of he's still in the past, but everything around him is the future.
Okay. Well,
So
I
that's
could
what
go
I
with that
took
too.
it out as.
It could be either way, actually.
Yeah, which I did see, behind, after we were looking at it, behind her, the demon girl, there's an explosion there, but I guess that could have possibly been just her bursting from her cocoon?
Sure.
I don't know.
It
I'm
could
sure
go
when
either
we
way.
get into issue 1, we'll get more into it. But it leaves an intrigue. It makes you wonder what exactly is happening,
Sure.
which is what the end of a book should do.
Absolutely. So this could be, well, hell, it could be anything. I just took I'm thinking from going from Civil War I, that it was probably some massive disaster caused by
that kind of affected into everything.
someone's powers. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because they're definitely, you look at Spy, they're going to have to address this.
Yeah.
In the comic and let us know what this is, whether it is an explosion or it is a vision of the future.
So, next issue, lines are going to be drawn.
Yes, they
People are going to start choosing sides. And it looks like we got Captain Marvel versus Iron Man. We don't know Iron Man's part yet.
Yeah, they don't. The only time he's mentioned is the president to Roy Rhodes saying, I don't want Tony Stark to be president, essentially.
But I'm willing to bet he's still going with pro-registration or whatever they decide to do in this story.
What I'm very curious about is when you look at the choosing sides, we see Cap back there. I'm assuming Captain America Steve Rogers is going to weave into this.
If that's
So we're going to be looking at
Is this a Hydra thing?
Yeah.
What? See? Look what they've done! What have you fuckers done?
And what also kind of... What I'm thinking about is... Okay, which, granted, the comics and the movies aren't related as far as storyline-wise, but in the comic, or in the Winter Soldier, they talked about doing the preemptive strikes, and Captain America was against it. And this, Captain Marvel talks about, I wish there was some way we can have a preemptive strike. And Captain America is on her side. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do.
Yeah, well, so Ulysses has this precognitive power. Maybe it's not so much attacking the evildoers before they do evil, but, I don't know, detaining them, maybe. But then that's a whole other thing. I mean, how can you detain someone for doing something wrong when they haven't done it yet?
Yeah.
So, I'm really excited about Civil War 2.
I'm thinking we're going to continue this one sort of like we're doing with Dark Knight.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's big stuff happening.
That's all we got on that.
That's it. That's it on that one.
And like we said, next episode we are going to go over Rebirth. We're definitely going to do the special. We don't know if we're going to also do Justice League 50 with it or Batman Rebirth. I'm thinking maybe we save Batman Rebirth and do Batman Superman Rebirth.
That's a good idea.
A few episodes down the line. But I guess that's going to be it. Like always, guys, follow us on Twitter and SoundCloud at, Two Dads in a Comic. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and on iTunes. And of course, visit our website at twodadsindacomic.weebly.com if you want to send in any questions or suggestions.
Apparently there's a picture of me up now.
There's a picture of Ben up with one line about him. Check that out, please. It's awesome.
God.
One thing, since we're kind of getting this out further than what we have been, I would feel it'd be pretty interesting for people if they can go to our Twitter and kind of like send us a tweet or something on where you heard this from, or how'd you discover it, or just kind of be interesting to see kind of how it gets around. You know what I mean?
Is there a show you would like us to do?
Yeah.
What's your favorite? Do you want us to talk about it and possibly make fun of it?
I'd love to get some kind of feedback.
Anything.
Yeah, it'd be really nice. So look at that.
Talk to us. We're pretty nice dudes.
It's an early episode.
It is an early episode.
That's fine. The other one's like an hour 40, so it's
True.
whatever. We don't have to worry about time now.
That's right.
Where SoundCloud Pro counts.
That's right. SoundCloud Pro.
Yeah.
Finally.
Finally.
My life is complete.
All right, guys. We'll see you here on the next episode.
Have a good one.
Deuces.